Welcome back to the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Pace laps on the racetrack right now in advance of the Coca Cola 600. Very overcast today. Temperature in the low 70s, extremely humid. The ceiling is very low, and that's causing us to not be able to put our in-car helicopter up for you today, our steel aerial platform. We have 5 terrific in-car cameras. We want to take you for a ride today with Bill Elliott and Mark Martin and Ted Musgrave and Bobby Hamilton, and we'll do all that hopefully a little bit later on this afternoon. But for the moment at least, they're telling us from the airport that it's too low a ceiling to safely put the helicopter up, so we're going to skip that for now. Field ready to get going, Ken Squire. 600 miles of racing action to begin our afternoon.
We're 1 lap away for 24 Fords, 14 Chevrolets, and 4 Pontiacs. Pace car brings them by. 1 to go. Those that failed to qualify: Johnny Chapman, Jimmy Hensley, Bobby Hillen. There's the pole sitter. Davy Jones didn't make it. Okay. Jeff Purvis, Greg Sachs. Pretty anxious pit road down there today. A lot of work for those folks.
Everybody knows it's a long way, though, and all they want to do is get there to the end.
DW's release driver is right there. That's Jimmy Hensley. Darrell told me that he looked at a lot of Grand National drivers, and then he decided he wanted somebody with a lot of Winston Cup experience, Ernie, to carry him into this thing, and he thought Hensley was the right guy.
Well, there's definitely Hensley's had a lot of time in a Winston Cup car, and you know, there's not a matter of the Winston Cup or the Busch Grand National guys are really eligible, but Jimmy Hensley's the one that's been there and been doing this stuff before.
That front row and the 3rd position together, just 27 years of age is the average for those 3, with that 23-year-old and the 27-year-old beside him and the 29-year-old back there and Ricky Craven as they get ready to bring him down and get this race underway. The youth movement has moved to the front in Winston Cup stock car racing. Brett Bodine bringing Junior Johnson's number 11 up. What a beautiful start. 120,000 sold-out seats. Everyone standing. Infield, another 40 or 50,000 here at this 1.5-mile facility. Ladies and gentlemen, the Coca Cola 600 is underway.
Bobby Labonte didn't let him get on that start. He really come out on the outside.
Indeed, Bobby Labonte was pressing on the outside on the 18. Keeping Gordon honest in this first lap and going by him. Bobby Labonte, who has been in Gordon's shadow, finishing twice this year behind him. Runner-up to him for Rookie of the Year. Putting that Gibbs car out in front. And there is a stop-and-go call on Kyle Petty's number 42 for jumping the flag. You taught him better than that, Richard.
I told him not to get caught. I didn't tell him not to jump the flag.
He's in good company. That's what happened to Walter the other night. That was on that Winston special, and just set him back with another lap. Here we come out of the turn, and here's Kyle ready to come in. As they come by this time, it'll be Labonte first, Gordon second, Craven third, Brett Bodine is in fourth, Schrader fifth, and Marlin. Let's go look a little further back in the field. What do you think you want to be doing right here? What are you focusing on as you get this thing underway for 600 miles?
I tell you, I think all the guys and the drivers are sitting there and trying to feel their car out, make sure everything isn't rubbing and that sort of stuff. Obviously, they've been sitting for quite a while, and everybody's been thinking. But we really don't know. Man, up front, we really got a good battle with Kenny Schrader and Brett Bodine and Ricky Craven.
That's for third.
Yeah, I think everybody just tries to sort of get settled down. You know, I mean, let's get this thing started and see how the car's doing and what we got to do to it. But, you know, you can't let nobody get too far ahead of you, but you still got to get settled down. That's what I always try to do.
Schrader scooting through in the number 25 from the 6th position. He moves into third.
It looked like Kyle Petty lost a lap on his stop-and-go penalty, so already he's going to be 1 lap down.
We saw a guy yesterday come out here, that Rich Bickle, and make up the lap. What a show he put on.
Oh, definitely.
Grand National race, probably the best one ever run here, 300 miles. Dick Berggren has a thought for us.
But the downside on that race yesterday, Ken, was all the crashes, and so many of them started when the drivers were running 3 wide. In the drivers' meeting just 2 hours ago, Gary Nelson cautioned the drivers in today's race. He said, do not run 3 wide. Be very careful. Remember what you saw yesterday. Doing that can take the air off fellow competitor's car. It's a long race. Take it easy at the beginning. Well, I guess somebody didn't hear him.
Well, for certain, Mark Martin is not taking it easy. He's rolling out of the back of the field. As you see Rusty Wallace back here in the deuce. He is in 16th position. Back in 22nd position is Mark Martin. And there you see him trying to work his way up through as he moves under Derek Cope.
Sure looked like he was going to be 3 wide right there coming off the corner.
Right with him comes the 3-time winner, the man in black, Earnhardt, on a roll. How'd you like that silver car last week?
Obviously, it didn't do very good. So
no, I was asking you how you like the look.
It looked good, but you know, Earnhardt just looks natural in his black car. He's got that.
Here he is getting under Cope.
Here comes the front runners. He got tired of running second. He wants to run first now.
Jeff Gordon back for the lead. They say he has allergies, allergic to anything outdoors, allergic to any position other than first these days.
He's doing a good job right now, that's for sure.
And they have made a big mark on the rest of the field.
Yeah, this early, that quick, they got a really good jump on. They out there by themselves right now.
Take a look at those two leaders, and it's a long way back to that third-place car. That's Schrader, followed by Bodine and Craven and Sterling Marlin and Michael Waltrip. There are the leaders coming down out of turn 2, and that's the interval. Back to third, Schrader. Fourth, Brett Bodine. Fifth, Ricky Craven. Sixth is Sterling Marlin. Seventh in there, Michael Waltrip. Steve Burns has a report from the Darrell Waltrip pits.
Ken, don't be surprised to see DW come down pit road soon. He's radioed into the crew and he said, guys, I'm hurting real bad, and he sounds out of breath as well.
Well, that's been the big problem. They've even built a platform for his right arm. He just can't lean that steering wheel over when he's out there. And every time he tries, it just cuts off his breathing. He's running 41st on the field. Darrell Waltrip, who came here with such high hopes. Chad Little is an early pit stop. Number 97 on pit road, Chad Little, yesterday's winner. And we're watching for the 17 car. Maybe we'll see, well, he's still out there hoping for a caution, but running on the tail end of the field. Darrell Waltrip, the 5-time winner.
He's going to do everything he can do to stay out there as long as he can stay out there, just to get a caution and get Jimmy Hensley in the car.
They didn't discover those cracked ribs until the weekend. They had torn cartilage reported from that bruising 180-mile-an-hour crash, but it's turned into more. And Hensley is standing by to go into car number 17, the Western Auto car, shortly. Side by side, further back in the field, there goes Ricky Rudd, reeling around the outside of this mile-and-a-half speedway as he gets around Rusty Wallace. That's in 12th position. And you see right there, one of the Burton boys, Jeff, in car number 8 for the Stavola brothers. Spotters on their toes today. We're going to take a break and then come back. We've completed 12 of 400 laps as you watch Ricky Rudd winding his way up through the field after starting 18th into 12th. And there are your leaders, Gordon and Labonte. Land of American Stock Car Racing. It's the 36th annual Coca Cola 600. Jeff Gordon with 34 laps now complete. 51 miles, stays in first, and stable right behind him in second place is Bobby Labonte. Schrader is third, Bodine, Terry Labonte up into the 5th position. Rusty Wallace is now in 6th. That's the young man they're chasing. Get a Napa scoreboard here, take you down through the field as you watch Jeff Gordon negotiating the 3rd and 4th corner. Looking further back through the field. One car slipping off the pace a little there. Dropping back to the end as they go into the corner. I wonder if that's Jeremy Mayfield's car. It's a black machine. Here it comes out of the corner. It's down on the inside. Not Pitty. It was up about 5 spots and just slipped back. Loy Allen. Loy Allen slipping back in car number 19. Average speed is a 176.3 mile-per-hour go. The record for this race, 1993, Earnhardt, one of those back-to-back wins. Earnhardt's mark was 145.5. Now here's Earnhardt looking for Sterling Marlin. He just keeps on thundering. He's up to 12th now. Marlin drops to 13, and Craven has fallen back. And look at car number 6. Earnhardt had moved around, had taken Martin. Now Martin's trying to take him back in the back straightaway. Good fight.
Yeah, they're back a pretty good ways, but these boys that's right behind the 24 car, they're pretty well holding their own. He's just not driving on the way. He's got him a little bit of lead, and right now he's just staying there. So I don't know how much more he's got left. He's running longer, but Schrader's catching him a little bit. 75's car catching. Labonte's catching up, and even the number 2 car is catching up a little bit now. So he's just sort of settled down on a certain speed right now, and seeing what the rest of them's got probably.
The Thunderbat, Bill Elliott, back there in 9th, the black number 94. To make him a move on this race. Mark Martin continues to battle for 13th. How do you deal with a situation where contact is made between 2 cars in this tight 1.5-mile track, Mark?
Well, if you're right on the edge, I mean, if you're really driving it hard and it touches at all, you lose traction. You know, car slides. Sometimes it's a front, sometimes it's a back. Usually it's whichever end is the weakest, you know, for being hooked up.
See a lot of that around here. Boy, you pitch off that turn number 4. Can't believe it. But number 1's been the one who squeezed him a lot in the past week, Ernie.